Something tells me that this little zebraloach isn't meant to be there. Neither is this one here. Come with me in the day in the life of running a tropical fish store on Wednesday, the 17th of April. Hey look, there's another one there as well. Something tells me I've got a wee issue with zebraloaches jumping out of the tank. We chucked this fella back in, the gills are still moving. Just after I stopped recording, he shot away again, so fingers crossed he will make it. An update, he did not. The new solution for this is to lower the water level in this aquarium. Fingers crossed it works. It did work fine. Here are some fry updates. I am sure that these little things here moving along, these little white things, they are fry. These big long things, they are not fry. These little white things, I think are fry. If you've bred tetras before and they look like fry, please let me know. We've had a few people hit us up or ask us about why our freight charges are so much. So I did a very brief review and worked out that I was actually undercharging freight, so I need to work out a way of sorting this out. So we're going to put those scales somewhere, not before I set myself up with myself a coffee. So we can put the scales here, so when we're sending fish, we can get an accurate weight instead of an estimate, because we get a lot of charges on the courier fees of under ticketing and stuff like that. So we're going to record a few of the prices of the boxes of fish, and we're going to do an assessment of how much freight costs us to send. This here is also a fry. This is a lemon tetra fry. I'm 100% sure this is lemon tetra fry right there. And as I move the camera a little bit further along, there is another one. Confirmation there is at least 2 lemon tetra fry. Speaking of fry, it was time to play around with the Corydoras. Unfortunately, I haven't labelled any of these, but here's a few updates on them. So there's one bucket of Corys there. I think that's probably peppered from memory. I'm not sure about this one. We've got a wee wonky donkey in here, so as they grow up, that one will have to be dealt with, unfortunately, but that is part and parcel of it. And a couple of small swirlies in here, a couple of not so lifeless ones in here as well, so I can't quite remember what that one is, but it's not doing quite as well as the other ones. I also realised that leaving the eggs in the mops like I do with the rainbow fish to hatch doesn't work with Corydoras. I believe these are smudge spot Corydoras. So as you can see, there's a lot of rotten eggs in here. So note to self, anytime we get Corydora eggs, take them out of the mops. And before we did that, I went and sanitized all the mops, boiling hot water and some salt. So got them all sorted for next round, which will be coming up next week. And here is some Adolphoi eggs that we hooked out of the mops. I think there's about a dozen here, which is kind of cool. So hopefully they hatch and we get some more. And as I was preparing to set up a spawn for the tetras, I thought, hey, I'm trying to keep my botanical water that I use a little bit cleaner, so let's make some up with this Ketapang. I'll put some RO water into this bottle, and then here we go, here's the RO unit. We're filling up our little breeding containers. So these seem to work quite successfully at keeping the adults away from the eggs, which is the main concern so far. So we're going to fill it up this way, use them, and then pour the solution into here. And as I was pouring it in, I had this crazy idea of, why don't I just use like the bottle of Ketapang and just tip it straight in, because it's not really doing anything as far as aging the water or anything like that. We're just using it for a bit of botanical extract. So here's the 4 set up. We've got neons, ember tetras, red phantoms, and there's another one that I've totally forgotten that we're going to try and get. And here is our Cory setup.